My name's Ray Hilborn. I'm in the School of Aquatic and Fishery Sciences at the University of Washington, and I study population dynamics and fisheries management and marine ecosystems and a number of related things. Oil spills are simply one of a whole bunch of things that affect populations. We tend to concentrate on harvesting in fish populations because it's sort of the dominant human action, but there's lots of other kinds of things that we do that affect populations. We change their habitat. We kill fish by other means, including oil spills. So really, oil spills are just sort of one kind of thing that affects fish populations. The thought is the main impact on pink salmon would have been the intertidal spawning fish being subject to being oiled, basically the eggs being oiled. And as I recollect, that was the main part of the claim. So you had a certain fraction of fish spawn intertidally, a certain fraction of those were in areas that were hit by oil, and it was a much more direct way than just trying to just compare the numbers that came back, because those are highly variable. Prince William Sound can go from having a really poor year and again maybe 10 or 20 million fish, and then it might have 50 or 60 million fish the next year. So trying to detect anything but a catastrophic impact just by looking at numbers over time is pretty hard because of the year-to-year variability, especially in pink salmon. Well, I was just down in Mobile, Alabama in December, and one of the reasons I went down there was to just learn more about the spill. That's very different environment, as you say. They're with a few exceptions, their fish aren't as migratory as salmon. They aren't. Most of them aren't anadromous, but a very high proportion of Gulf fish move into the marshlands of the Gulf and depend upon them, and then move more or less farther offshore as they get older. And so that's why the concern about getting the marshes oiled was so great. The big picture is these ecosystems are remarkably resilient to things like, if you go to Prince William Sound now, and unless you are specifically, have extremely good data on killer whales or sea otters, it's not going to be very different. It's not going to, by the kinds of long-term data sets we have, you would have great difficulty seeing that it's fundamentally a different place. But if you are interested in a particular place or a particular species, if you're a herring fisherman, you would say this is a different place now than it was 25 years ago. Now, whether that's because of the oil spill or not, we don't know.